Okay, everyone, it is 1:19, February 23rd here, and quick video about today. Today went not that well, but it was a control loss. So let's get into the video. So what happened today was, yeah, I got no edge bind in here, right? I was looking at the my footprint and charts, but they weren't finding the buyers. I was trading QQQ on the futures here, so but yeah, what happened was, right, they didn't find liquidity where I thought they would have, and then it just dumped, right? So nothing much to say, right? It's like when you don't have an edge, you're not going to make money. What was good was I kept it at 3, and made sure it didn't really get out of control. Because it could have been right? This is the type of day where it could be a terrible day, where if your nervous system is not functioning, right, the ventral is not in control, and then the sympathetic says, I need to make it happen, and, overtrade and look for edge that isn't there. That's where you lose, the whole account. So I lost, like $100, right? I just went 0 for 3. So I mean, clearly just no edge today. It's as simple as that. I went 0 for 4 actually. So I think the one thing I could have done was do a better job with the raising, because they did briefly go in my favor. So what I could have done is something like this, where I was looking at the footprint. I set my stop loss based on the footprint, but then I go over to the 5 or the 1 minute and see if it's moving in my favor, and then if it hits that open or low of the candle, saying that it's going in my favor, then I would exit. So that's one thing I could have done. I could have taken. So I think if I did that, I could have lost maybe. I could have trimmed these, definitely. I could have trimmed this $40, $30, and $30 loss to potentially 20, 15, maybe like $20, 30, 25 to 30. I think that was entirely possible, because it's not like they never moved in my favor. It just wasn't hitting the risk, the reward, right? So and then, right, this is where this price action is where I could have made money had I successfully waited. I really should have taken, flipped short maybe here at these potential UTADs, but anyways, not a great day, but could have been a horrible day if my nervous system was not able to contain it, right? But other than that, I'm still fine. I think I'm going to do the mini once I get to 1,000 on the account. Maybe I'll lower it to 500, right? So with 500, actually probably 500 isn't a good idea either, because I could probably fail the eval on a day like today, right? I would probably fail it. So I'm gonna wait for 1,000 to do the mini. But yeah, I should have read the market a bit better, right? Saw these imbalances and not entered. So not a great day in terms of reading the price action, and so that's the main reason why I didn't have an edge. Again, this is where I could have made money between 11:30 and now, but was able to maintain it, or not implode. Again, I think the biggest thing is when the market, the only time I'm really going to lose money is if the market, if you're just not able to read the distribution in the beginning of the day and it's just dumping. So I think I needed to have looked at this 1 minute structure here and gone, okay, that looks like a UTAD. We're in phase D to E. I shouldn't enter. And then waited for the automatic rally, which we saw occurred here. So I'm gonna say that this was a poor structure read, because I was looking at the footprint. I didn't do anything differently on the footprint, but it was, I think, the structure first, right? You have to analyze the structure, then go to the footprint. So going to this week, I need to make sure, okay, am I buying distribution risk on the lower time frame, phases D to E? So that was, I think, the mistake for today. But other than that, not really discouraged. Again, I did take some trades later in the day, just some smaller ones, but not on the trade of 8, and they did okay in here. So again, it was the poor read at the beginning of the day, saying that, okay, this is the 1 minute distributing, right? Because you could see here, look, like here, 2 sell imbalances, phase D to E 1 minute. That's sort of that's like there's no buyers, right? That's the tell to short. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it at this though. Thanks for watching. I'm probably gonna upload like 2 to 3 times, 3 to 4 times a week, not every day, but yeah, I think that's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.